Hello there. So, we are back again with a new topic of discussion. And this time, the topic is it possible that humanity, along with technology, can change the face of Earth? Is it possible that with the help of technology, we can save our Mother Earth? So, today we are discussing about various kinds of pollution and what kind of constructive feedback should be taken from the nations collectively so that we ensure more judicious use of resources. See, there's global warming, climate change, pollution, deforestation, and whatnot. And yet, humanity has proved time and again that with the use of technological advancement, not only can we reform our day to day life, not only can we be better at communicating, but we can also take sustainable development action with the help of technology. Today, students have done their research to figure out where do we stand globally in terms of checking the pollution and how far are we capable of saving our Mother Earth, or are we destined to be doomed if we don't change on time? Let us hear from them. What is their take on it?
Also, to reduce deforestation, the government has established many national parks and reserve forests. As accordingly, 1990s we destroyed 17.6 million hectare forest per year. But today we can say that we save our earth because the rate is 10.6 million hectare per year. So due to down on rate, we can say that the gross deforestation rate is declined by 38%. Also in 1990, the net forest decline rate was 10.7 million hectare per year, but today it has reduced, and is very the number which we reduce is very shockable, that we today reduce only 4.5% net forest. So we can say that we protect our earth by taking such acts.
E-waste. E-waste is the fastest growing waste in the world. E-waste types of e-waste are mobile, television, uh, televisions. Um, E-waste contains harmful elements such as lead, mercury. E-waste release harmful gases when burned.
The vehicles such as the trans the pollution is created by vehicles, forest, wild forests, and other other waste. They pollute our nature because they are harming our our health and our environment. So we can reduce pollution with the help of electric vehicles. They not pollute our nature, and they are protectable for us.
As every year most of the large number of forest is cutted down. The causes are by destroying the forest, as there are more demands for agriculture, as humanity is taking many efforts, but the we are losing our mother earth. And for mining, the large number of hectare of land is getting cutted because in forest, the forest is rich for in minerals, as this.
Instead of plastic bags, we should use cloth bags or paper bags.
Grow more trees and don't waste paper and save water, and do not use a polythene and plastic. reduce, recycling water, reduce, receive.
As we all know, our India is known for a very large culture and religious. As we saw, whenever we go at any river, we saw many people throw flowers in river. To stop that, many companies in India collect that garbage, that flowers, and reuse them and use eco-friendly products. So I think this is a very good initiative to protect our rivers from being get it polluted, and it's a very financially also assist to the country.
By recycling e-waste, we can recycle gold, copper, silver, and iron.
Plastic are very important waste that pollutes harm to our health. We should use all the things which are not made for from plastic. Plastic is very important waste. We can reuse, reduce, and recycle it.
As most of the as we are cutting the forest by climatic change, it is forest is depend on water. Forest can change the climatic condition, at it brings the rain, and by cutting the forest we are losing the many species of animal which are living in the forest. And soil erosion, as plant hold the soil, so it did not remove the essential material which is in the soil. By cutting the tree, the soil erosion is.
Government should ban plastic and buy and make new eco-friendly alternatives.
And you go short distance to use a cycles and to use public transport, uh, buses and trains.
As we know earlier, if we have to cut down tree, we don't used to ask anyone whether it's in our property or it's nearby our home. But the Maharashtra government has enacted a law in which if you have to cut down a tree, whether it's in your personal property or nearby, you'll have to take the permission of government. And you can't cut tree. The officials will come first, they will inspect and they own will cut. They will not cut whole tree, but some branches which is disturbing you. So this is an very good law to protect trees in cities.
Don't throw e-waste in normal dustbins.
The trees, uh, the trees hold the soil that prevents uh, the s- land means
Before some decades or years, for conservation of the trees, the villagers, some ladies were protecting the trees by the chipko movement. As the people who cut the tree, who came to cut, they stick themselves to the tree, and it can lead to the less cutting of the tree and forest.
And recycling water. E-waste can harm our brain, kidney and liver.
I must say, children, you've done some thorough research and you have collated very good points. Also, children have given such good solutions that We already have some solutions, like we can always use bicycle, but then sometimes the temperature we are in, the climatic conditions, the traffic rules, it becomes difficult for us to execute some ideas. But then we all have the idea of using electric vehicles. Eventually there is going to be a complete changeover of the planet with the help of electric vehicles. But we also have to remember that whatever we do, whatever solution, it is only a better option and not always the ideal option. So, like what children have mentioned, that we can curtail the amount at which pollution is taking place, the rate at which the pollution is taking place. We can stop it, is actually a dream if we can stop it. That is something we are only dreaming of. How is it possible for us to live on this planet and let the population continue to grow, but then we are checking the reserves, the resources that we have? They're always going to replenish. It just depends at what rate. But then some other solutions which children have given is that we can always recycle e-waste. We need to have dustbins available at every corner so that this e-waste is properly recycled. Sometimes people collect this e-waste and they are not ready to exchange back their mobiles for the sake of the fear of security, etc. Sometimes they don't want to give up their laptops, old laptops. But then these harmful chemicals, they are not going back to the earth, they are polluting, taking space, and they are not reusable. Now we are coming up with the ideas, the plastic which is reusable and recyclable. But then is everybody capable of affording it? Are you capable of buying this kind of plastic? We also have organic cotton clothes available in the market, but they are more costly than the normal cotton clothes. So somewhere we have to sit together as nations and understand what is the major problem is that sometimes the developed nations, they don't want to give up on their lifestyle. These cars, the SUVs they drive, sometimes the mileage is very less and the pollution they create is much more than what happens anywhere else. So the lot of pressure is on the developing countries, whereas developing countries are striving for the livelihood. So it becomes difficult for the government over there to restrict the population from earning money and asking them to make a judicious use of resources and to go for costlier um, uh, fuels. For example, coke, which is made out of coal, it creates less pollution, but then it is very costly. And all these industries, like children have mentioned, we should stop using plastic bottles. So one solution is to use steel bottles. What do you think is the side effect of using steel bottles? Anybody?
The steel bottle increase our carbon footprint because it needs more resource.
The steel bottles keep the water cold than the plastic bottles.
So children have highlighted both the advantages and disadvantages of using steel bottles. One person says that to manufacture that one steel bottle, you still have to pollute the environment. The other child is saying that it is still better than plastic bottle because plastic, when you keep it under the sun and it exudes the fumes, those fumes are going to go inside our body and they are carcinogenic by nature. That is why the incidence of cancer has multiplied on the planet. And in some countries, this is like in USA, it is 300 per 10,000 people. In India, it has reached 100 per 10,000 people. So even the incidence of cancer in India, they are increasing. So it is high time we check our health and also make judicious decisions so that we preserve our planet Earth for the upcoming generations and we don't leave it for them so polluted that when they are born, they have to breathe the polluted air. They curse the older generations that what have they done to our Mother Earth. With that note, thank you for listening to us. It was a wonderful discussion. I must commend all of you. Congratulations. And thank you for listening.